I needed to be more humble. Whatever. So after I stopped laughing and realized he was dead serious, I figured out that I really needed to do something about that misconception. And the reason was people like him had, pretty much made up their mind with the assumption that humble meant, good and modest and sweet, and me constantly talking about how awesome I am was totally driving him nuts. Because he thought it was arrogant, or, I was totally full of myself and that was going to ruin my image. And I'm totally with you here, because I agree that nobody wants to be an arrogant pinhead, right? Right? So, arrogance, though, is about diminishing other people, taking other people down to make yourself better. And that's why people don't like arrogance, because arrogant people think they've already arrived. They think they're so fantastic. They have nothing to learn. They're way ahead of the game. So who needs that, right? But here's the thing. Let's look at that word humble that everybody throws around all the time. With words that are, synonymous like meek and subservient, seriously, like what is the purpose of those qualities at all, right? I want nothing to do with those qualities. They mean nothing to me. What is important to me is authenticity, authenticity of self, being yourself, loving yourself, having that confidence, because I am freaking awesome, and that does not, thank you, that does not take away from anyone else, so that's the biggest issue that people don't understand. My shiny, happy, awesome goodness does not in any way affect the well of awesome in the universe that everyone can dip into, everybody step right up, don't be scared, come and grab your hyperbolicious adjectives, right? You're magnificent, damn it. You want to be outstanding? It's yours. Take it. We got plenty of that left. Everybody can have some. So you don't have to worry about whether or not I'm taking up all the awesome. I'm not hurting anybody. It's like when you're talking to a little kid. When a little kid comes up to you and says, I can run faster than a cheetah. What person in their right mind looks at that child and says, simmer down there, little Timmy, you're just not that cool. We don't do that. The words that you choose to use, those are important. They make an impact on your life. They make an impact on your interactions. Thank you. Those are important. You need to think before you use those words. For instance, when you are talking about someone that you love, whether that's family, friends, or people you want, what do you say when they ask you about them? You gush, you revel in who they are, you get all yummy because you use big, beautiful, bold words to describe them, right? But God forbid you do that when talking about yourself. Oh my God, who does she think she is talking about herself like that? She's such an amazing artist. Well, you know what? To quote Peter Sellers, I don't think who I am, I know who I am. Thank you. And I don't know about all of you, but I work damn hard to be the person I am. I work hard to be a good person, a good friend, a great artist. I'm passionate about my life, about my kids, about my tribe. This is not something I should be ashamed of. This is something that I am working hard every day to be. See, I don't think there's any reason to be embarrassed about telling people how awesome you are, because you're not hurting anyone. And ultimately, what it really comes down to is the fact that you just really have to recognize that, I know, right? But the thing is, you really have to recognize that in your life, you don't have time to be humble. I don't. I'm too busy working on being proud of who I'm becoming. I'm too busy working on being better and continuously improving as who I am. And I am way too busy making my world better for having been here. And humble can just suck it. I want no part of it.